my husband is COVID positive. And my daughter has become negative. When we tested, I was positive. She was negative, I don't know. Maybe false negative.
Because there are both with the COVID, without COVID fever.
I cannot differentiate. Correct. Cannot differentiate unless and until you test. Because all the symptoms are the same. It's like a normal fever.
Yeah.
That's all. So only my daughter had this kind of nausea. So and severe throat pain she had. None of these symptoms I never had or my husband never had. We just had some body pain and some fever. That's it.
So now you have to take 7 days quarantine, right? It's already done.
It will be already done by tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
7 or 10 days, I think. For our
not office. Government says 7 days from the time you are tested positive. Yes. So that was last Tuesday. So I think I don't know what variant it is, but if it is Omicron, it doesn't go to the lungs. It's in the upper respiratory.
Yeah. Good morning, Sri Hari.
Morning, Sri Hari.
Morning.
Sri Hari, you are on mute.
Hello, Vilas.
Good morning.
Hello. Morning. Hi, Sri Hari.
Okay, so we'll start.
Yeah, 400, no?
400, yes.
Padmashree is yet to join, no?
Yeah, we'll wait or we'll start.
I think we can go ahead. We can start. You want me to read?
Yeah, as usual.
Okay. असत्कल्पो विकल्पोऽयं विश्वमित्येकवस्तुनि निर्विकारे निराकारे निर्विशेषे विदाकुतः. In the one entity, that's Brahman, the conception of the universe is a mere phantom. Where can there be any diversity in that which is changeless, formless, and absolute? Yeah.
Right. So now my question is, how does one see universe, or how does one experience universe? Any answer to that?
How to experience?
How does
universe.
one experience universe?
Through the senses.
Yeah, through the senses, correct. And then what happens?
And then create an impression.
No, you will immediately name it.
Rupa and
Form and name and form.
Name and form. Yeah.
So if you want to experience what is Brahman, you try to sense everyone doing the same sense. Everyone seeing, everyone hearing, everyone tasting, everyone touching, everyone smelling. Everyone in the sense, not only humans, all. Then, if you do it properly, all of a sudden that boundary wall goes away between two bodies. What will be left over is only a sense of seeing. Okay. Or a sense of hearing, or a sense of tasting, a sense of touching, a sense of smelling, a sense of thinking. If at all you get to this stage without any obstacles, then you can see there is no universe. Because now you don't have anything to name there. You are naming because there is a boundary. If there is no naming, if there is no boundary, then there is no need to name anything. Example: one border begins, another border ends. Is there any change in the land? No. There's absolutely no change in the land. That road is also going to that place. But then we will say, welcome to so and so district, and thank you, visit again to the earlier district. But nobody sees what is beneath. The road is going. It has no boundary or no border. The mind says that, oh, this ends so and so district and this begins so and so district. Then we can have for a state, then we can have for a country. But actually, if you see, there is no border. In the same way, if you can, or if we can make this boundaryless, borderless sight, borderless sound, taste, touch, smell, and thoughts, immediately the universe, asatkalpa, vikalpa. Vikalpa is imagination, asatkalpa is what is not true. You keep on saying that it is true, it is there. Just like a rope and a snake. The snake doesn't exist, the rope exists, but I keep on calling it as a snake. Okay, so it is false and it is a fancy because it is filled with name and forms. So when I see three of you, I associate with you thinking that you exist, independent of me. But actually, none of us are independent on anything. We are dependent on everything. We are 4 of us right now are dependent on food. 4 of us are dependent on shelter, the clothing, medicine, everything, whatever is there. So only the quantity that changes and the quality. Other than that, it has no change. It has the same thing. So whether you eat, whether I eat, or anybody eats, it is the same experience of eating. It doesn't mean that something else is eaten, or if I hear and 3 of you hear, it is the same. So it is false. So the experiment or the practice that needs to be done is, can you remove the boundary and watch? Is it possible?
Possible only when we go beyond this, the body and the mind, and also this intellect.
No, it is possible, Sri Hari, when you don't name anything.
I think we have discussed this in Bhagavad Gita, right? When we discussed this Virat Rupa.
Yes, correct.
And so you imagine thousands of eyes seeing, thousands of legs walking, and thousands of mouths eating and all that. So then you can get. You immediately, if you are able to do it, you can immediately go in the blissful state.
Yes, that's right. And there won't be any fear.
Yes. That's the first time I understood why this rishis don't have fear. Fearlessness. Because there is no one separate from them. That's why. Really. So that's where the real fearlessness comes.
Yeah. There is no individual.
There is nothing separate. No? When you have fear, when there is a separation, there should be something else to be feared for. So if there's nothing else, then what do you fear for?
Yeah. Good morning, Padmashri.
Good morning, Vilas. Sorry, I forgot totally.
No worries. Absolutely fair. Okay, so if we don't have anything further to discuss on this shloka, we'll go to 401. Yeah, but you can go ahead.
401.
401.
Yeah. दृष्टदर्शन दृश्यादि भावशून्यैक वस्तुनि निर्विकारे निराकारे निर्विशेषे भिदा कुतः. In the one entity devoid of concepts of seer, seeing and seen, which is changeless, formless and absolute. Whence can there be any diversity?
Okay.
Seer is of which the phenomenal world consists. Seer. Yes.
Okay, so there are three things. Drashta is seer, one who wishes to see. Darshana is the seeing, act of seeing. Drishya is what to be seen. So now let's take a simple example. Window is there. So I am standing near the window and there is let's say a parrot sitting there on a tree. Okay, now is the window seeing it, or the parrot is seeing me, or the tree is seeing me, or am I seeing the window, the parrot and the tree? What do you think is happening? Got the question? I'll again repeat the question. I'm standing near the window. Outside the window, I see a tree. On that tree, I see a parrot. I'm watching the parrot on the tree. Now, from the perspective of the parrot, is it seeing me? Or is it seeing the window? Or is it not seeing anything? Or the tree is seeing me? Or the tree is seeing the window? Or the window is seeing me? Or am I seeing the window along with the parrot and the tree? What is happening?
Actually, nothing is happening, but only because I have that intelligence built in called I can see. I am able to see from my angle, parrot, tree, maybe window also. Through the window, I am looking at that. That is from my side. From parrot side is also same thing. It is able to see me, maybe window, based on the attention. If there is no attention, even if you are looking at that, not necessary that you have grasped it, depending on the attention.
Right.
And now, if you look at the parrot and look at me, there are two entities here. So from our own mind, we are seeing what we want to see, or I can say, sometimes if you have no mind also, then you don't know what you are seeing also.
Right.
So basically, there is no change. No change.
Yes, basically there is no change, and that is what the second line he says, Bhava Shunya Eka Vastuni. So if you are able to see without attributes, without conclusion of what it is, you will see Nirvikare Nirakare. There is no Nirakara is the form, Nirvikara is change. So you'll see the changeless and formless. Nirvisheshe bhida kutaha. And you will see Nirvishesha. Vishesha is special. There's nothing special. So if there is neither speciality, nor form, nor change, how can you one experience diversity then? There is no diversity. The tree is an impression of you. You are the impression of the tree. The parrot is the impression of you, and you are the impression of the parrot. So all the three are the same. It is just like you are another window opening through the eyes, and there is another window called parrot which is watching. But both are only doing watching. So this is a second experiment to do than the previous experiment. Can you stay like this without drashta, without darshana, without drishya? All the three. Can you stay? If you can stay, you have done what you are supposed to do. Okay, that's the 401. The 402.
Yeah, next is 402. Yeah. Kalparnava ivatyanta paripurnaika vastuni nirvikare nirakare nirvisheshe bida kutaha.
Again, like the same one. Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go ahead.
In the one entity which is changeless, formless, and absolute, and which is perfectly all-pervading and motionless, like the ocean after the dissolution of the universe. Whence can there be any diversity?
Okay. Kalparnava iva atyanta. Okay, so if there is an imagination of an ocean, let's say, and it is there everywhere, so can you say where is this and where is that? Both will not be there. Paripurna eka vastuni, and all pervading, or there is only one reality, which is like that ocean. Nirvikare, nirakare, nirvisheshe bhidakutaha. In that, how can you now say that this ocean is separated out of that ocean? Because they both being ocean. There's another example to say that there is nothing called as a world apart from Brahman. It is because of Brahman the Jagat is there. It's not independent of Brahman. Yeah, 403.
403. Tejasiva tamo yatra pralinam bhranti karanam advitiye pare tattve nirvisheshe bida kutaha. Where the root of delusion is dissolved like darkness in light in the supreme reality, the one without a second, the absolute, whence can there be any diversity?
Okay, this is slightly tougher than the other two examples. So for this practice, you need to watch your neighbors, or you should watch your family members. Let's say wife, son, daughter, or husband, daughter or son, and all that. What do you see when you really see that person? What do you see? If you're seeing or she's seeing it as like a wife or a husband or a son or daughter or something like that, there is delusion. That's called darkness, because when I see only a body. I don't see a wife or a husband or something like that. Actually, before you put that label, there is just the body which is coming, and the body is coming into existence because of consciousness. Let's say there is a pitch dark room, no light at all, and two people are standing and it is in vacuum, so no sound can also be heard. Then there is no way to express that I am husband or wife or friend or this or that. It is, we can't even see each other. If we can't say we don't exist, we can't say we exist also. So let's take that as an example. In that, the vastu is not there, whereas what is existing there is the consciousness. The consciousness has appeared in that place, even though there is no expression. So darkness and light, if we were to take it, when the light comes in that room, suddenly I recognize that person, and that person also recognizes me. Looking at my body, looking at that person's body, then I will say it is so and so, and he or she will then say you are so and so. What if that doesn't happen? Does that mean that we are not able to recognize? Yes, we are able to recognize the body, but not beyond that. So if we are not going to identify beyond it, you have such a nice liberation there, because the delusion is gone. The delusion here is looking at that body, saying that you are so and so. Now if I don't do that, what happens? I have dissolved the very root of cosmic delusion. The cosmic delusion here is to identify the person or identify something. Like if I stand in front of a building and I say this is my home, it's a home, that is correct, but that my home is not there. It's just a building. Irrespective of whether it is my home or not, I can stay in that place, because I've been staying in that place. It doesn't really matter whether it's my home or not my home. So if I can practice like that, then advitiya pare tattve, that is, you can see the non-dual. That means you get the jnana, you get the prajna, or you get the wisdom to see what really it is. Nirvisheshe bidhakutaha. That means there is no special thing. The moment I make it as my home and my wife and all that, I'm making something special out of something which is not there. So when I see something and just see, because an object is come on that, and it is the same consciousness, there is absolutely no difference in the consciousness of that other person. If somebody hits, that person will get pain. If somebody is giving food to that person, he or she will eat. Nothing special. Same thing with me. If somebody gives me food, I am going to eat. If somebody hits me, I am going to have pain. If I am not well of the body ache is there. Whether I am aching or another person is aching, it is the same. If there is disease in the body, anybody will have the same pain. It's not that my pain is higher and that person's pain is lower. Just a pain. So then there is no nirvishesha. There is no vishesha. So it becomes nirvishesha. So if I can practice like this, it is whoever comes in front of me, if I can practice without recognizing the person to be my wife and husband or daughter or son or whatever, and yet to do exactly what I would have done, then I have removed the delusion from the root. That's the 403. Any questions?
Fine.
Okay, then 404.
एकात्मके परे तत्त्वे भेदवार्ता कथं वसेत् सुषुप्तौ सुखमात्रायां भेदकेनावलोकितः. How can the talk of diversity apply to the supreme reality which is one and homogeneous? Who can ever observe diversity in the unmixed bliss of the state of profound sleep? Yeah.
Right. So this is a shloka which talks about what happens when you are able to get realization. एकत्मके परे तत्वे, और एकात्मके परे तत्वे Bhedavarta katham vaset. How can Varta means news. How can one be in a diverse views and news and talk about it when that person is in supreme realization? That is, all the four of us meet, and I can really see that it is just a body and there is a label, and that's all. There is nothing else which is there. So for transaction purpose, I'm just transacting, not taking anything seriously of whatever is happening there. If I can do like that while transacting in the world outside, it is equivalent to deep sleep. Shushuptau sukamatraya sukhamat sukamatrayam bhedaha kena valokitaha. So just like a deep sleep bliss experience where you don't have anything to think, you will exactly have the same experience when there is no diversity. Meaning, let's say 4 or 5 of us were to meet in the office, and for transaction purposes, we just transact and not take anything at all of whatever we are speaking, and just drop it like a sound gone, sight gone. We don't have to taste each other. There is no touch, smell gone, and thoughts. They're just going. They're not staying anywhere. And if you're able to do that, what remains then? Only a conscious experience remains. Not my conscious experience, just a conscious experience. And in that conscious experience, it's like a deep sleep. Anyone going to the deep sleep will have the same experience. Cannot have any other different experience. That he doesn't know what did he do or what did she do in the deep sleep. There is no name and form, there is no identity, there's nothing there. In the same way, the person can stay while in the awakened world. That is, you arise and you awake to this reality. Just transact to whatever best possible and leave it. That means you have withdrawn your senses from outside. There is no need for it to go out and seek something out of it.
But here, you are in the real world, means through Panchendriyas, we are grasping things and we are acting. What you are telling is you always be in the Sushupti Nidra, equivalent.
Yes, absolutely.
Both are contradictory here. Because if I am sensing something, if I am processing something in my mind, if I am doing something, that means I am doing something. It may be karya or karma or whatever. So we are doing something.
No, you're only doing karya, but you're not doing karma.
And it's like Sushupti, you act there. It is not possible to act because we are doing something. Even Dharma Yuddha, that is a Jagrata Avastha, I am doing it.
No,
Then it is not Sushupti.
No, that is correct.
Is it too extreme? Sushupti is too extreme, right? Because there is no karya there, nothing you are doing.
No, you're breathing. There is karya. Everything is karya.
I am not breathing. No, it is automatically happening. See, Prayatna Purvaka, we are doing something. That is called karya here. This is the natural process. Whatever, be it breathing and all that, naturally it happens. Whether in the Sushupti it happens or in Jagrata also it happens. But see, maybe Sushupti it is happening in a Layabadha. But in Jagrata Avastha it will go up and down because based on our emotions. But these two are completely different. It is not possible to achieve. It's like a two sides of the coin.
No, it is like this, but You answered your own question, so let me put it in this way. See,
Yeah.
what happens is that karya versus karma. Let's take the difference. Karya is a natural state. So when
Yeah.
somebody comes in front of you, wishing that person good morning or whatever it is a karya, not karma.
Yes.
Eating along with him or her is a karya. Correct?
Yeah, if you don't attach anything, yes, it is karya. If you
What?
attach, then it is. Even good morning also, there is a lot of difference.
Yes.
Some people, a boss in office, his good morning is very short because he wants to act as if he is a big boss. That happens.
No.
Yeah.
Let us take a scene like this. I and you are sitting next to each other in the office. Okay.
Yes.
So you say good morning and I say good morning and we continue doing whatever we are doing.
Right.
Is that a karya or a karma?
Yeah, just say good morning without anything attached to that, it is karya.
Right. And then we start talking. So let's say we talk about whatever is happening around us in the office.
Okay, let me stop here.
Hmm.
Why I should do even that karya? Good morning. I don't know how to do.
Don't
For
do.
what purpose?
No, wait. So now here, your extremity of the views, I'm trying to bring it up.
Yeah.
You cannot, even for a minute, you can not do any karya. But you can stop the karma. This is
Yes.
what in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says. When Arjuna,
Karma can be stopped. Yes.
karya cannot be stopped, he says karma can be stopped.
Yes.
So if I don't add my cent or dollar or a rupee to it and speak, then there is no karma. If I were to add any one of these and speak, that is, if I create a value in my mind that I'm speaking to Bhatt because of A, B, C, D, E, then there is karma, not karya. Even though it is a karya only. But I have created karma. So what is Shankaracharya saying in 404th verse is, just like in the deep sleep there is no karma, there is only karya. You can do the same thing when in the waking world. Let us say earlier we used to go for breakfast.
See,
Yeah, go ahead.
in the transaction world of, say, anything, our family, office, or social, some transaction is happening. So it is, if you are doing it, it is called karma. You are doing something.
No.
If it is only karya, why you have to do it? Don't do anything, na?
No, that is again you come back to the same point. Krishna says there is no way you can do without any karya. Even a minute you cannot stop doing any karya. Even breathing is a karya. It's a karya.
Okay, that's the minimum thing for survival.
No, whether minimum or maximum.
Sleeping and all that.
No, but
what we are doing is, see, that we don't even consider in our day-to-day life. What we consider is above that. Because we assume that this is all happening.
no, that is correct.
But above that, what we do is nothing but karma. See, we are born here for doing something. It's called karma. Okay, because we are using our mind. That's how we have completely trained. That is, use your buddhi to do something good. That means it's a karma. The moment you call the buddhi. But what this sloka says, don't do that. If you don't do that, then everybody is sannyasi. Okay, it's already, it talks about sannyasi only.
No, it is like this. Whether you are a sannyasi or no sannyasi or whatever it is, that is separate. But you have only two things. One is a karya, one is a karma.
Yes.
You have a choice on karma, you don't have a choice on karya. Simple.
Yes, correct.
So do karya, don't do karma. That's all.
Without karma, not possible. No? That's what I'm telling.
No, if it is not possible, then
If this teaching is only for people, those who are already crossed all these and they're already in the samadhi or sushupti stage, then I agree. But if this teaching is for a grahastha, then it's very difficult to digest.
No, it is
because you are doing everything. You are doing everything. Thinking karya, but it's a karma.
No, it is like this. Irrespective of what you think, you are doing exactly the same thing. Irrespective of it. If somebody is in pain.
This is a personality point of view. Because I have vasanas.
No, it's not like that, but it's like this. Irrespective of whatever it is, you are going to earn. Irrespective. Whether you believe in it, you don't believe in it, or whatever, you are going to earn for a living.
Yes.
Whether you will go and beg and earn it, or you will work for somebody and earn it, it is the irrespective of that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Irrespective of anything, you are going to breathe. Whether you believe you are breathing, or you are not believing that you are breathing.
It happens. Yeah.
It happens. Whether I believe I am breathing or I don't believe I am not breathing, breathing is happening, right? Now, irrespective of whether I believe that I am walking or I am walking, they both are same. Walking is happening. Talking is happening. Okay, everything is happening, right? Everything is Everything is happening because of Brahman, not because of me. Correct?
Yes.
So, can I not stay in that state? I can.
Yeah, that awareness you can always bring. Yes, it's happening because of Brahman.
And if you bring that, then the world is gone. That is what we looked at in 400 verse.
It is equivalent to that people say Daiva Ichhe. Here Daiva is nothing but Brahman or me.
There's no me, right? So the 400th verse talked about fancy of the world, which really doesn't exist. You create it through your name and forms. See, whether there is a wife or husband or a colleague or a friend or an enemy or this or that, what is really existing there? There is a body which is coming up due to food, and there is a body which is growing because of consciousness. You remove the consciousness, you only give food, it will not grow. It requires consciousness to grow. Simple.
Yes.
So Brahman Satya, Jagat Mithya. If it was going to grow irrespective of consciousness or no consciousness, then it is fine. So can I not stay in that state? It is possible.
It is possible with all this. Yeah, correct.
Now we can't say that no, it is not possible. It is possible. Now the thing is, when you are sitting next to me in that office seat, it is up to me to decide whether I should use karya or karma. But karya has to be done. Now I can't say no, I don't want to do any karya also. No, that is not possible.
For karya, there is no problem from anybody. But the moment you do karma, then the other person also will have issues, either good or bad.
Yes. So now what happens? I will speak to you. Then whatever you speak to me, I am going to evaluate that. And I am going to say whether you are telling correctly or not, or whether that is happened or not happened. All that things I am doing, which is karma. So can I not interact with anyone without adding any one of these filters? I can.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? So even let us say somebody comes to me and says that the project is behind schedule, and he argues. Somebody comes and says to me that a project is behind schedule with smiling. What difference is it making? The output is the project is behind schedule.
Yes.
So irrespective of whether he smiles or frowns or shouts or does whatever.
What you are telling is, don't look at his body language. Just understand the essence of communication.
Yes.
And that is the input for you. And you take a decision.
Whatever that needs to be done.
Should be more towards karya instead of
karma.
Karma.
Correct.
Karma means you will try to take it in your direction.
Correct.
And karya is you are taking in the direction of what is really required.
Yes. And just do it. And,
Yeah.
And then leave that fruits of action to to the organization.
That is true. If you do more karma, then you have to go through that. Your karma is nothing but the karma.
Yes. So now there is no karma.
You
right?
are doing for your benefit. This company's project.
Yes.
So if you are doing for your benefit, then it is really karma.
Correct.
If you doing as per what you have agreed, as per the spirit of that execution, it is nothing but karya.
Yes.
The project is also karya. So the message here is whatever you do, we have used the word dharma yuddha. Dharma yuddha, if you are doing it, and again do it in a karya way,
Correct.
not karma way.
Correct.
Yeah, that is very, very meaningful. That's the real meaning of this.
Yes. So you are.
It may not be possible to the 100%, but try to do it. So now my question here is it a sattvic based or no? The guna will be there, no, while doing it.
No, it is not having any guna at all, right?
But is it possible to live one second without any one of these gunas?
You can do it.
By birth, I am guna. I am not a gunatita.
Yes. So that is how you become gunatita. By doing karya, you become gunatita. By doing karma, you are bound by the guna. It can be sattvic guna.
Then, see, if I do it for loka uddhara, anything, that is sattvic guna. I should not do it even for loka uddhara. Who am I to do loka uddhara?
Exactly.
It is already there, energy. And I am just doing it. That's it.
Yes, you are just doing it, which is what
Without
the
phalapeksha.
yes, which is what the 400th verse was all about. That there is no loka.
No loka, no phala apeksha. Nothing.
Yes.
I am just doing it.
Irrespective of whether you believe or you don't believe, you are doing it. The whole.
But one thing, the moment you say dharma yuddha you are doing, that means now again it is karma lepa is there in that. It is not a pure.
No. The dharma is as indicated in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Out of 40, there is not even one, he says, which is karma related. All the 40 represents Brahman. If you look at the 12th chapter, he gives 40 attributes to it and he says, this is what I call as dharma.
So, which means whatever I do, because of Chaitanya only something happens. And major cause of all this is Chaitanya.
Correct.
And very is this is mine. Very small is mine.
Correct.
Because I can do only transformation of energy from one form to another form, but I cannot kill the energy.
No, that's not possible.
So again, if I have done something, there is nothing called I have done something. It's the wrong definition. Because Chaitanya is transformed from one form to another form. My prayatna has done some help.
Yes, you as an individual Chaitanya has transformed A to B, but
Yes.
including the transformation itself is Brahman. So you don't have anything to transform or not to transform.
I can do only mixing of Panchabhutas, but
Yes.
I cannot do removal of the Panchabhuta.
No, you can't even mix Panchabhutas by yourself.
No, that should be possible, right? For example, my body is going through the transformation. Okay, in one mindset, I am going through that. If I have another mindset, my life can be instead of 70, 80 years, it can be even 200 years. So that's because of my prayatna, my mindset of my tapasya, right?
No, it is because of the underlying conditions which are supporting that life. Otherwise, it is not possible.
Yeah, what is that underlying? It's nothing but my prayatna.
No, it is not. See, now I'll give you take the classic case of Puneet Rajkumar. He was doing everything, right? He was doing all that what was required. He was doing his
So
prayer.
only prarabdha? Only prarabdha?
No, wait. Let us first finish this. Now he was doing his prayatna of maintaining a good, healthy living standard and then eating what is required and all that. Okay, and he was exercising. Now we can find a fault there, saying that no, he was a foodie or he was exercising more than what is required. And to maintain the body, you have to work out more only. Otherwise, how will you then work out? So the underlying condition, if it matches, then that person's longevity is there. If that underlying condition doesn't match, then no matter what he does, it doesn't hold. So that person died. No matter how much he was taking care of his body. So even if he is a yogi, let's say, and he is able to extend his life, only if the condition matches. Otherwise, he doesn't have that siddhi to do it. So we say the person doesn't have that siddhi.
And the very fact that he was taking care of his body became the reason for also.
Yes, absolutely. So that became a reason for
it is
death.
an equation. It is an equation when all the things fall in place and everything works in that format. We will be doing exactly what that equation needs for satisfying the
Yes, absolutely. So if
end result.
so if the condition doesn't match, no matter what the person does, it will become the condition for his ending. So because it is condition based, but individual has limitation. Brahman has no such limitation because it is not having any conditions at all.
Brahman has no limitation, and also there is nothing that Brahman has to do also.
No, there are no conditions. See, for maintaining but, you require conditions.
Yes.
For maintaining Brahman, there is no condition at all. What is the condition? There is no condition. So what Shankara is saying you to drop the condition. You are conditioning things. Karya is unconditioned. Karma is conditions. So when you are talking to people, remove the condition and speak. The condition is, if somebody is my wife, I'll speak that way. If somebody is my son, I'll speak this way. If somebody is my colleague, I'll speak that way, like that. There's no condition. Speaking is going to happen, karya, but there's no condition. So what Shankaracharya gives an example is, do you put any condition when you go to deep sleep? I will go to deep sleep only if this condition is met.
Deep sleep is nothing but there is no condition.
Exactly. So can you not stay without any condition? You can. And if we can stay without condition, you're done. Simple. Convincing, not convincing, I don't know.
No, it is convincing.
Okay, good then. So, 405.
405. न ह्यस्ति विश्वं परतत्त्वबोधात् सदात्मनि ब्रह्मणि निर्विकल्पे कालत्रयेनाप्य निरीक्षितो गुणे न ह्यम्बुबिन्दुर्मृगतृष्णिकायम्. Even before the realization of the highest truth, the universe does not exist in the absolute Brahman, the essence of existence. In none of three states of time in the snake is ever observed in the hope, nor a drop of water in the mirage.
Okay.
And three states is nothing but past, present, and future.
Yeah. So I can give you a live example which happened last Monday. So this unconscious.
I was waiting for that.
The unconscious state of existence, right? So you can see the conscious has no attachment towards the body at all. Absolutely no attachment. It doesn't even consider that it has a body. Okay, so when this unconscious state was happening, the mind was not able to make it out. So my wife was holding the body. Otherwise, it was like a lifeless, something like a heavy weight what my wife was holding, and she was not able to hold. Now you see the fun. A person was there 2 minutes ago, and the person is now a heavy weight falling on another body. Now when I was watching it, looking at that, the consciousness has no connection towards this 4 elemental body at all. So it is not of diversity at all. As long as it stays, it makes things look diverse. But the moment the consciousness moves away from there, whether it is a tree or it is a animal or it is a bird or a insect or a human being, they just fall, even without a second existence. So when this body was totally collapsed, it was made awakened by the consciousness, not because the person was staying there and he made it conscious. So that diversity doesn't exist at all. Now, microcosmic and macrocosmic existence. Microcosmic is this body, macrocosmic is everybody's body. If the same thing would have happened to my wife also, the result would have been the same. It could have happened to my son, it would have been the same. Or it could have happened to anyone at all, it would be the same. So there is nothing called as something happening in the microcosmic or macrocosmic. And if I were to observe that experience, never was the snake there in the rope. Meaning, Vilas was the snake, but actually it is a rope. The snake appearance is coming due to consciousness. But when the consciousness goes away, it is rope. So if I call that moving body as Vilas, as soon as the consciousness departed, all movement stopped. That's all. Over. So, nahi ambu binduhu mrigatrishna yam. Never there would be a single drop of water in the mirage. So this Vilas is a mirage. As long as it is walking, talking, eating, sleeping, etc., etc., people are going to get associated or disassociated, and this is happening, that is happening, all stories are going to happen. As soon as the consciousness departs from that very body, all transactions stop, because there was never even a single drop of water in Vilas, or there was never a single thing called as a snake in this rope. So when the body was devoid of any movement, the only thing which happened on last Monday was panic for the other 2 living beings who didn't know what to do now. Should they call an ambulance? Should they do this? Should they do that? And I was listening to everything. So I was having the fun ride also. And I was enjoying that experience. It's not fair to enjoy at somebody's expense, but I was not able to get back also. But anyway,
You had no awareness of Local?
I was having awareness of everything happening around,
Everything.
but still unconscious.
But was not able to act, right? Anything.
Nothing.
Only awareness was
Nothing.
there.
Yes, I was not able to do anything at all.
That means the Panchendriya part was not working, both Jnanendriya and Karmendriya.
Yes, it was not working. So the basic, if I were to see, I am able to walk and talk and do all of these things is like a snake, but actually I'm a rope. There is no snake at all because of the life or the Brahman which is there in this body. It is able to move like the snake. If that life were to depart, no part of the body would ever become a snake. It will be a rope. As long as the consciousness exists, there is life. And hence it is not fair to consider that anything is diverse. This is, even without realization, one can see that there is nothing called as a single person. It's just
Is it like this? When this your state of experience, say for example, our departed souls, and all those souls will have complete awareness. Does it mean that way?
they would be having awareness. What awareness? We don't know. So even when we die, we will have awareness. That is for sure. So that is the reason it is called as out of body experience, that you have that awareness of coming out of the body. But then if the 9 holes are closed, so you cannot come back. So you are departing from there, or I am departing from there. So let's say on that day, heart attack had happened. And then there was the 9 holes got closed. Then there wouldn't have been any way to return back into that body. I would have departed from there. So by 5:30 or 5:45 p.m., I would have been declared brought dead in the hospital. So by now 1 week would have happened.
So because Prarabdha is there,
Yes, the continuity is there.
that is the reason the continuity is there.
The continuity is there. So the condition did not match. The condition of death did not match. It's not that I wanted to die or I didn't want it to die. The condition did not match. So I am back here and everybody is happy. At least at home they are happy.
Yes.
Or today would have been the 8th day of departure. Nothing would have changed, basically.
But no indication, right? Just it happened.
Just it happened. No indication. And everything is fine. The sugar level is fine. The pulse is fine. Heart is fine. Everything is fine.
And for doctor, there is no reason. Again,
There is no reason. Except for exhaustion, there is no other reason to attribute. Or dehydration.
yeah.
That's all. The whole thing happened due to dehydration.
So that one condition made all this change.
Yes. I have a very good sugar level. So she was surprised that how come this happened with a nice, such a sugar level. No fluctuation in sugar.
Similar to that Puneet Rajkumar. No reason.
Yeah, no reason.
For instruments, nothing is available.
Yes. Anyway, 9:30.
Oh, it's already
now.
9:30. Yeah, we'll continue tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Good day. Good day to everyone.
Good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you.